Oh my God, my friends. Man, I'm filming this on July 8th, right? And my buddy, Turney Jr. sends me a donation. The weirdest thing happened to me today on July 8th, 2025. But I'll get into it in a second, all right? AI, people. Ratt, Cellar versus Armored Saint, Delirious, Nomad. My favorite Armored Saint album. I worship Armored Saint. I love Armored Saint. They are the best, man. Now, I'm going to go into a little sad story, all right? Armored Saint, I got into it in 1984. I've been promoting this band for 41 years. For 41 years. Love the hell out of this band. And I always said, if I wanted to like bands that didn't have anybody in the band I didn't like, I'd only like Rush and Armored Saint. Well, here's my story. Now, if I want to own a band without any members in the band, you know, like I just said, with only cool members of the band, now it's only Rush. Because something happened today, and I'm not even going to say his name, but you'll figure it out. It's easy to figure out when I give you the clues. Somebody in Armored Saint, right, unfriended me. And wait till you hear why he unfriended me. And even some of you might even get offended by what I say. But man, I mean, goddamn, lighten up a little bit, right? I didn't know he unfriended me. But then I saw he did. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm talking to my friend, and you know, my friend has him on the Facebook. And he goes, oh my God, he made a post about you like a month ago. And then he deleted it. And this is why he unfriended me. First off, a year or two ago, he kind of attacked me because you know me, Sammy Belcher sucks. And I said that. And he wrote, everything sucks, sucks, sucks. Is there anything you like? And I was like, yeah, I like Armored Saint, you know? I think Armored Saint has a perfect discography. I love every album they've ever made, even La Raza, you know? And then you replied, oh, Armored Saint salutes you, thank you. All right, cool. That was it, right? I continued my Hagar bashing, you know, whether he liked it or not. But I think it was getting to him. But there was a final straw. And tell me if this is bad, because I don't see it bad. The post he made, he was talking about me making fun of somebody that died. That's what I heard. Either way, if he did it or not, he unfriended me, right? But it was over Brian Wilson. I was not making fun of him dying. Actually, I said in the post, I wish Brian Wilson was still alive. I wish he was alive. I wasn't making fun of him dying. But some of you may think I'm making fun of him dying because then I follow it with, I wish he was still alive. That way I don't have to see all these posts about this barbershop quartet. Because that's what I see the Beach Boys as, a barbershop quartet. I know a lot of you love them, fine, but that's what I said. I hope he was still alive so I don't have to see any of these posts of him being dead. Because that's all I saw. Everybody became a Beach Boys fan that day. And I just threw that in the middle of it. I didn't say Beach Boys suck. Well, I did in a way. But I didn't use the word suck. You know? I just said, you know, I don't want to see this barbershop quartet stuff. He saw that. That's enough with this guy. Out of there. He unfriended me. Who is it, you ask? Well, I'll give you some clues. All right? But first, let's start this, shall we? By the way, I'm sorry. I'm not going to support them anymore. You know? Sorry with excuse me. I'll buy, you know, because I love Armored Saint so much when they release another album. And I love John Bush, Joey VIERA. Gonzo's awesome. You know? Jeff Duncan's awesome. There, I just gave you a clue. Because I'm not naming nobody else. And by the way, he's not on this album. But he's on the first one. Another clue. All right. Whatever. Look. Bottom line. And, in case you're watching this. You may be watching this for all I know. All I can say is I'm sorry, dude. And I know some of you out there go, don't apologize to the guy. No, I have to. I have to because I do realize that not everybody gets my humor. I don't get the humor of Joe Rogan. I don't think he's funny. I saw his stand-up. It was horrible. He sees me as Joe Rogan. Maybe even worse, Well, yeah, you don't think I'm funny at all. I thought it was funny. Anyway. All right, so let's get this started. Wanted Man versus Long Before I Die. I love them both, but I'm going with Wanted Man. All right, next. You're in Trouble, a song about having a trouble peeing. You got You're in Trouble. Versus Nervous Man. I'm going Nervous Man. That song rules. And he didn't play on it. That's probably why it rules. All right, I don't mean that. He's great. He is great. He's a great guitar player. I still love Armor Saint, whatever, but when they release a new album, I'm going to get it on eBay secondhand, so that way it's only purchased once. Yeah, enough. Every Armored Saint release, I would pre-order it. I'd get the deluxe versions. I'd go see them, and I'd get the VIP. No more. Armored Saint just lost $50, all right? And I know what you're thinking. $50? $50 ain't that much. It is to Armored Saint. All right, so let's keep going. Next, Round and Round versus Over the Edge. This one was tough. I gotta say, it was tough. I was like, fuck, Over the Edge is so good, but Round and Round, man. You put an arrow through my heart. That little bridge to go into the chorus. Genius song. An incredible song. Their most popular song, and I can see why. Giving that to Round and Round. Next. In Your Direction versus The Laugh. They're both great, but In Your Direction. Warren D. Martini, man. Damn. All right, next. She Wants Money versus The Conqueror. All right. I do like The Conqueror. I really do. And She Wants Money. It's the song that they needed a song. So they just wrote it quick and just threw it on the album. And I even seen them many times in the 80s. They never played She Wants Money. She Wants Money wins. I'm picking that one, man. I like that one the best. All right, now it's time to pick a random album. And let's go over here. Now, I went over there not too long ago. Let's go right back here. All right. Oh, Supertramp. Crisis, What Crisis? It's okay. What's the good song on here? I know there's a really good one on here. That last song was good. That long tune. But yeah, I don't see the song that I thought. I thought this one had a hit that I liked a lot. But I guess not. But anyway, Supertramp. I haven't heard this forever. Anytime I put on Supertramp, it's the masterpiece they released called Crime of the Century. But it's alright. Okay, let's get back to this. Alright. Heat Sink versus Destroyer. No, wait. That's another track by track that Dennis wants me to do. Which is Metal on Metal from Anvil versus Twisted Sister Under the Blade. Alright. Lack of Communication versus For the Sake. And then later they call it For the Sake of Metal. It was originally called that, but Chrysalis released it for the Sake. But it's so much better to call it For the Sake of Metal. So tough, because I love Lack of Communication so much as well. But I gotta go For the Sake of Metal. That song rules. I'm giving it to Armored Saint. Alright, next. Back for More versus Aftermath. Love them both, but Aftermath is kind of like the Armored Saint Stairway to Heaven. It wins. All right, next. Morning After versus In a Hole. Love them both, but I got to give that one a Ratt. Warren, bro. Warren is going off on that dude. It's gonna be right out of the night. I love that shit. All right, next. I'm Insane versus You're Never Alone. Really tough one because I love it. I love both those songs so much. Ratt. I'm Insane. I gotta give it to I'm Insane. All right, next. Scene of the Crime versus Released. I love Released. Back when they played on the Symbol Salvation Tour, which was the first time I saw them. Unfortunately, I never saw them with Dave Pritchard, who's a great guitar player, and he's on that album, and the other guy ain't. I met them. I met John Bush and Joey. Oh, I met them all, but toward the end of the night, while we're about to go in, I see John Bush and Joey VIERA walking toward the club, and I went up to them. And my friend had a video camera. Nobody's ever going to see this footage. Only I have it. And it's beyond embarrassing. And I was big back then. I was a big boy. And, yeah, I go, I'm screaming at John Bush, bro, you can run, but you can't hide. What was yours is now mine. And Johnny's laughing, but, he looked a little nervous, too. Like, man, who's this big, fat buffoon? And then Joey's there, and I go, Joey, Released, man. That bass solo on Released. He laughed nervously, too. And that was the end of it. They were cool. Those two. Gonzo's amazing. Jeff Duncan hung out with us that day in the parking lot for about 3 hours. No shit. All fucking day. He went in for a little while and came back out. It was funny because I'm with my friend Holy George, right? And Jeff is hanging with us. I took my Odin album. He signed my Odin album. And he goes, I got to go in for a second. I got to go in the club. Whatever. All right. So he goes in the club. And George turns to me and goes, man, I was wondering when the fucking guy was going to leave. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's fucking Jeff Duncan. We were talking a lot. Coolest guy that day, but... No, he's still, I don't know. They're all super cool. Except the one that doesn't play on that album. All right. Scene of the Crime is the greatest Ratt song ever, in my opinion. And it wins. I don't care how much I love the bass solo in Release. I'm giving it to Scene of the Crime. So, Dennis, there's the final score. And would you look at that? Ratt got 7. Delirious Nomad got 3. And I like Delirious Nomad more as a record, as a whole. It's all luck of the draw, people. Maybe it would have got more scores if somebody didn't unfriend me today. I didn't mean that at all. That was an honest, track by track. Like all of them, man. So thank you, Dennis. I hope you enjoyed this kind of lengthy track by track because I threw in a little story of what happened today. And then you asked me to do Armored Saint. How weird is that? But anyway... Thank you all for watching. If you like donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And you know who you I almost said his name. And you know who you are if you're watching, dude. I'm sorry. I know my viewers don't want me to say this, but I'm not going to listen to them. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry you don't have a sense of humor. Anyway, and I don't wish death on nobody. And I am sad when anybody dies, unless it's OJ or somebody like him. But there you go. Anyway, whatever, man. Everybody out there, please like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.